Hi, welcome. It's Mike Newton down here at Lytham Golf Academy. We've got an iron head-to-head for you here today with two game improvement irons here in terms of the Ping G400, obviously a very popular iron from Ping, going against the Wilson D300 irons. So two irons that are obviously in the brands category in terms of most forgiving, ultimate, trying to get ultimate distance on these golf shots, height, ball speed, everything in there. So a little bit of technology in both, a little bit different in both, but again, trying to hit that distance sort of shot that maybe you're looking for as a golfer. So we're going to put these two head to head here on GC2 HMT, both 7 irons. Loft of the Ping is 30 degrees and the loft on the Wilson is 29.5. So virtually identical, it's just half a degree difference on the lofts. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Ping G400 iron first, then we'll move into the Wilson. Okay, so I've got myself set up about 180 yards away from the green here. As I say, these are both 7 irons. Okay, so we'll get this first one hit with the Ping G400. Yeah, so nice strike there, high ball flight that we generally sort of expect from these more sort of game improvement irons there. That's hitting the green, not too bad a start. Yeah, again, nice sort of solid strike there, similar to that first one. Yeah, just pushing slightly to the right side of the green there, carrying at 174. Now we know, Ping are a great brand. They make some fantastic products, and they don't maybe go too wacky on the technologies against maybe some of the other brands here. But obviously G400, well, we've seen it here, is being a really popular seller here. It does perform nice and solid. It's a great, forgiving golf club. Now, as I put that down by the ball, there's a big appearance behind the ball there. It's long from heel to toe. There's quite a bit of offset that you generally expect from this sort of club. And obviously you've got that sort of medium to thick top edge there. It's very confident, inspiring. Again, another nice strike there. Very confident, inspiring when you put that down by the golf ball. So I think for the golfer who might just spread the strike pattern, generally this sort of type of iron, and probably the Wilson as well, it fits into, it gives you that little bit of like a buffer away if you're not obviously hitting that middle of the club face. Yeah, again, another good strike there. Hit that green quite nicely. So really solid iron, again, as you'd expect from the Ping. It's quite a loud sort of sound. It looks forgiving. It's confident, inspiring behind that golf ball, and obviously feels really forgiving to sort of hit. So let's switch over to the Wilson D300. We'll hit 4 shots of that, and then we'll look at some numbers in a little bit more detail. Okay, so now I've got the Wilson D300 in my hand here. So a little bit more visual tech here with some slots in the bottom, slots on the top edge of the club here. So what technology they're calling is it's called flex face. So basically, as you're missing centre, the face is flexing through these slots, which is around the perimeter of the club to help you keep ball speed up across the club face. So we've seen slots in clubs before with other brands, but this is sort of going all the way around the perimeter. So very visual on the tech. Now putting that down by the golf ball, it's big. It's a large, very confident, inspiring head shape behind the golf ball. Again, lots of offset there as you'd expect, thickish top edge. Let's get this first one here. Okay, that's a good start. That's a nice solid strike there. It's going to be hitting the green quite nicely. Yeah, stopped pretty quick there. So 178 carry. That spun at 5,500 there, so not a massively low spin number. Now we know this is half a degree stronger on its loft here than the Ping, but I think sometimes obviously playing around with CG placement here, these very strong lofted irons actually hit the ball really high. So obviously with the CG placement, it does allow them to get a very high sort of ball flight. We are sort of seeing that with definitely with both of those irons there. Right, that was definitely lower in the club face there. Be interested to see how that performs with the flex face there. So, yeah, I mean, that carried 169, so it didn't lose massive amounts there. Spin's actually gone up, probably because I've caught it a little bit low in the face there, so it's just put that spin up a little bit more. It was quite a low strike there, but I still hit target, so, and you know, still hit the sort of desired distance I wanted to there. So possibly that face flex there just helping that out a little bit more. Hit the third shot here. Oh, I've struck that great. That felt really out of the middle there. Yeah, again, hitting that green. So I'm hitting the target really nice with both of these irons here. And as I say, they do, it just feels like you've got that buffer there, so you can make what to me feels quite a leisurely, not so much leisurely, but I feel I can just make a swing it in, and not too worried if I don't quite hit the middle, because I know I've got a lot of protection around the head here. Yeah, again, another solid shot there, hitting the green quite nicely. Yeah, it's a nice feeling iron, is that 174 carry there. Yeah, spinning at 5, just under 6,000 there. So let's go and have a look at some numbers in a little bit more detail between the Wilson D300 and the Ping G400. Alright, okay, let's look at some numbers here. So we've obviously got G400 against D300 there. So club head speed, touch slower with the Wilson there. I didn't really sort of feel that at all, but obviously it's measured a little bit slower. But here's the quite interesting one there. So the Ping was 95, club head ball speed averaging at 122. I've got a really flush one at the end there, but you see the first, they all felt pretty good strike. The last one did feel very, very pure, to be fair. Whereas the Wilson, you can see there's the second one, which I caught low in the club face, which had dropped the ball speed off. But on average, there is actually a mile an hour quicker, yet my club head speed was a good 1.5 mile an hour slower. So flex face, possibly, you know, could be kicking in a little bit there. Launched a little bit lower than the Ping. Spun a little bit higher there, which I quite sort of like. So I did see that sort of slightly lower launch than the Ping there. I did sort of notice that. The spin there, quite a good sort of spin number. No real sort of low ones there. You can see there's a real low Ping one in there. Then there's obviously the one where I struck fantastically well there at 6.2. We can see that one low in the face with a Wilson there has popped my spin up a lot higher. That's more because of the strike. They see that only launched at 14.8 there. There's a bit of a very low in the face sort of strike. Peak height there, 34 with the Ping, 31 with the Wilson, so definitely a little bit low. Obviously that thin one did pull that average down a little bit, so if you took that out, then possibly quite similar. And then distance-wise, 176, 175 there, so definitely get the longest one with the Wilson in there. So quite interesting numbers there, really, in terms of that ball speed in relation to that club head speed. So possibly a little bit of technology with that flex face kicking in there. Obviously, you know, we've got to wait into the account that we don't always hit the same part of the club face every single time, but some decent numbers there with that Wilson. Okay, guys, so there we go. Two sort of game improvement irons there in the way the Wilson and the Ping. Now, also we know Ping, great brand, great company, make great products, and have done, and I'm sure they will do for many years to come. Great products. Obviously, Wilson's got a great history as Wilson. Had a little bit of a drop off, especially in the European market. For a few years to come back with a really strong range. I've actually got a set of the V6s in my bag, beautiful irons. So the D300 is definitely hitting a category of golf there who wants that speed, that forgiveness. You know, maybe that flex face is kicking in a little bit there. We've seen some interesting ball speeds there, maybe against the Ping one. But I think price point wise, there's a bit of a difference between these two. Now, we know the Wilson is that slightly lower price point there. We can still get the full custom fit options, so, you know, length, shafts, and some good shaft options with the Wilson there, as well as the sort of Ping. So the custom fitting side is the same, but the price point may just hit a different budget. So if your budget is a little bit tighter, you know, I think that Wilson is definitely worth going to have a little look at. And some guys are very much buying to brands as well, and I know Ping have got a very loyal following out there. You know, and if something probably perform the same, even though if it's a little bit cheap in the price, they'll probably stick Ping because they know the brand, they've bought into the brand a little bit, which is fine, you know, each to their own. But I think they're performing very, very similar there. So And maybe with the Wilson just edging it slightly on that particular test. You know, it could be the other way around on a separate test, but this is where, again, you guys have got to go out there and get fit. You know, get good fit in terms of the spec of the club for your swing, and then maybe put these up against each other and see which comes out as best. You know, whether it's looks, feel, you know, performance of the data. You know, you've got to weigh all of that into the equation. Okay, interesting test there. So do let me know, comment down below any sort of comments on that test there. Have you got the G400 in the bag? Have you tested the Wilson? Is D300 in your bag? You know, let me know your thoughts. Do follow my social media platforms. All the links are in the description down below. Do hit that subscribe button. Very much sort of appreciate it, and hopefully I'll catch up with you all very soon.